My dad died when I was 7.
The week before Christmas.
The day after my birthday.
Mom always told me how special I was.
That I was one of a kind.
She used to read our stories. My dad was a fireman.
Bus driver.
Nurse. I miss him most of all at night.
Research in the area of children and teen bereavement is fairly new, but one thing that we are beginning to understand is that children and teens are extremely vulnerable in the first year or two after the death of a parent or even a sibling. And so we understand that there's physical issues that need to be addressed, medical, academic, and social.
What we're trying to do is make people more aware of what we do and what these centers are doing, and that they really are helping children and they need it.
We do a lot of research and try to get the funds to organizations that can reach the most amount of children, and it will just benefit them later on in life as well as for now. You know, they deal with this loss, and the earlier that they can get the help is better for them.
If the child doesn't have that support system, they are more likely to have other kinds of problems develop.
I think the beauty of A Little Hope is that it's run by people who really understand grief and the grief process. So when they're looking for groups that they want to fund, they make sure that they're effective groups, that they support a philosophy that's going to help children.
We know exactly where each dollar is going that we grant, and we know that it's going to help the children.
And they have to adhere to our guidelines, which include follow-ups, and they have to show where the money is being spent, and we make sure that the money is being spent on the programs it was funded for.
One of the things that A Little Hope does is fund the activities that camps and bereavement programs and various organizations provide. If a child is 5 or 6 years old, they might be able to work through their grief through art, through physical play. Children do not grieve in the same way that adults do. And one of the ways in which programs help children is they help them go through the grief process at the developmental level that they're at.
Problems that lay within come out later in life, and it's better to deal with it at the, early on after the loss.
The grief process is not an event, it's a lifelong process. And the balloon ceremony is an opportunity, whether it be when you're leaving a bereavement program or maybe at the end of a weekend or a week-long bereavement camp, where a child gets to write something to their loved one. As they attach it to the balloon and they release it, it's a way of saying goodbye to their loved one.
Children are the most important people because they're our future. And if we help them now, it will help them later in life.
I started going to this place.
There were kids there just like me.
I feel better now.
Much, much better.